Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is the vicious one, Jordan Lee, and you're watching Cheap Shot Entertainment.
This is awesome!
Hello and welcome to Cheap Shot Entertainment. As ever, I'm your host Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. And this is Wrestling Friends review of Aspire Wrestling Alliance in Allington, and it was on the 14th of July 2019, and it also featured a very special guest signing his new book. Kendo Nagasaki was in the building. His bit of background on Kendo Nagasaki's first match was in 1964. He made his debut. It was Friday the 13th of November, and it was against Rollerball Rocco, one that many World of Sport fans will know. And his last match, incredibly, was in 2008, and he captured the LDN Tag Team Championships with his tag team partner Blondie Barrett. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. From 1964 to 2008. That is insane. But yeah, really, really lucky to have met this guy. Someone who, a character certainly, who transcends sports entertainment, wrestling in the UK certainly. Reading up on him, actually, he was in the Canadian Stampede Wrestling as well, which is pretty cool because obviously that's was run by Stu Hart. Very much Hart territory, that. So that's pretty cool. He was the special guest for Aspire Wrestling Alliance doing his book signing tour, and that was pretty cool. If I had the money, I would have bought the book. Looks like a fantastic book. Lots of interesting facts in there. Incidentally, we were talking to I think he must have been his publicist or someone like that working for him at the Lee Rigby House, established to help families cope with bereavement. So that's pretty cool. Really, really cool guy. Anyway, like I say, this is your review of Aspire Wrestling Alliance, and yeah, great show in Allington. Always a good show in Aspire Wrestling Alliance, but this one, there was a couple of really good standout matches that I could have watched all day. Absolutely fantastic, and we'll go through those matches later on. And this also includes an establishment rules match, which is basically a gauntlet match, two teams, bit of a take on the old school Survivor Series match. 2 teams of 5, 2 wrestlers start in the ring. If you get eliminated, you go. Next member of your team comes out. Last man standing wins the match for the team. So yeah, got a lot to get through in this video, so join us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Don't forget the blogspot at cheapshotentertainment.blogspot.co.uk, and there's also a link on there to our merch shop, hosted by Close to Order. There's a couple of decent t-shirts on there. I think they're decent, and I will make sure this design gets on there as well, because I really like this design. It was one of my favourites. So yeah, let's get on with the show. Make sure you click that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. Join us in just a second. We begin the show with a promo from Ronin. He storms the ring, takes the microphone, enters the ring, says he doesn't need to do this match, these team warfare matches. He won the tag team warfare at the last show in June, rather. We didn't get to any of those shows, unfortunately. He won Team Warfare. He won both those shows. Malin then comes out to confront Ronin. Says, no, we need to do this. It's, best 2 out of 3 or whatever. It's going to happen. Team Ronin then comes out and attacks Malin. Team Malin then comes out and makes the save. We get a standoff in the middle of the ring, and that is the picture you see behind me. I did do it on a panoramic, so it looks really weird, and there's some weird sort of imagery going off in the corner, which is probably about here, so just try and ignore that. But yeah, basically then Scarlet Paige comes out, tries to control the situation. It would be Tommy Taylor who would get evicted from the building, basically, saying that you're no longer part of Team Ronin. And of course, neither Ronin or Malin would be in this establishment rules match, because it was their teams of wrestlers that would represent them. Yeah, basically Tommy Taylor gets evicted, and Team Ronin need to find a fifth member of their team, otherwise they're one man down, basically, and it plays into the hands of Malin in this one, leaving, like I say, Ronin's team one man down. After that, a great segment to start the show. Really got me going for this one, having not been to any shows in June. Really good start to the show, so well done for that one. Got me interested in what. So we start the action in the ring with a tag team match player. It is the Fallen. The Evil Angel Azrael and Striker versus the Heartbreakers, friends of the show, Zach Morris and Riley Nova. It would be the Heartbreakers who would win this one, even though we were supporting the Fallen and the Heartbreakers, of course, like I say, friends of the show, but the Fallen. With a Samoan neckbreaker combo on Azrael. The Angry Panda has been put down in this one for the win. The Heartbreakers take the victory. So they gain momentum for a possible future tag team title shot against United in Violence, who we would see at the end of the show. They are part of Team Ronin, incidentally. We next get Classy Kyle Gibson coming down to the ring to cut a promo to introduce the next match, the first ever women's triple threat match in Aspire Wrestling. And Classy Kyle does his Classy Kyle cartwheel before he introduces the combatants in this match. It is Cherry Sky cutting a promo on Facebook against Lunar Rocks. Lunar Rocks calling out Cherry Sky, and of course not to forget that Shauna Shea would join in on this one, calling both of her competitors out, leading to this match. So yeah, it was a really solid match. Obviously, with Aspire, it is a case of people learning their skills, and as these ladies do fight each other, they will become more gelled together. And you know, you can see it with Lunar Rocks and Cherry Sky. Obviously, Shauna Shea coming in last minute with this one. It was a solid match. The crowd was behind it. They did a really good job of getting the crowd going. Yeah, it would be actually it's Shauna Shea who wins this match, nipping in as Cherry Sky hit the jumping neckbreaker combo on Lunar Rocks for the pin. She goes for the pin. Shauna Shea comes up from outside the ring, gouges the eyes of Cherry Sky. Cherry Sky then rolls to the outside of the ring, and Shauna Shea pins Lunar Rocks. So yeah, she pins the prone Lunar Rocks here. It's Shauna Shea who picks up the victory. The one who came in and joined the match has picked up the victory in the match. A truly historic moment for Aspire Wrestling and women's wrestling in the East Midlands. So really proud to be part of that. Ladies, you did a fantastic job. Well done. So we move on next to Bam Bam Barton, missing his tag team partner Marcus Hood in martial law. Well, he is going one-on-one with the man mountain known as Rourke. Should be noted, I did notice this, Rourke. You're looking very good, my friend. You're looking very good, because you're working really hard at what you do. So well done to you. Always nice to see someone who's winning their battles with things. So this match was MVP of the card for me. Cheap Shot MVP. This match I could have watched go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Two big guys beating the tar out of each other. Really entertaining. Rourke showing that even though he's a big guy, he can move around that ring, and Bam Bam Barton obviously showing his experience in this one, and the two just had brilliant chemistry in the ring. Like I say, I could have watched this go on. I could have actually been happy that this match would go on to half an hour's worth of wrestling, because it was that good. It would end on a double count out with both guys knocking each other out. The referee reaching the count of 10 after neither man could answer that count. Incidentally, it would be Bam Bam Barton who would say to Rourke that this ain't finished yet. So we will get a repeat of that match, and I for one will be clambering to get my ticket to Aspire Wrestling to see that return match, that rubber match from this one. Really good. Can't begin to put in words how good this match was. So Bam Bam Barton, Rourke, fantastic, really good, well done, good job. Really enjoyed that one. So yeah, there's been some really good matches. So just the announcement of the establishment rules match. It's Team Ronin versus Team Malin. It would be Tommy Taylor who would come out next. Even though he's been evicted from the building, he would come out and hold the show hostage, picking up a chair, putting it in the middle of the ring, looking like he's sitting on a Tommy toilet. But it would be Malin who would come out and interrupt him. He was basically, Tommy Taylor was saying, I'm not going to move until I get a match. Scarlett Paige came out, said, okay, I'm going to go and fetch you someone who's itching for a match in this show. Who would come out? None other than the malicious one, Paul Malin, and they would have a match. For at least 5 minutes before the bell would ring, Tommy Taylor was having bants with the crowd. Obviously the crowd calling him Tommy Toilet. We'll take full credit for that chant. Yeah, we did that. Anyway, the Great One does eventually get a beating from Paul Malin. Paul Malin just gets bored, comes out of the ring, chases him round the ring. Really comedy moment here as Tommy Taylor turns around and goes, "Wah!" and then runs off around the ring. Paul Malin chasing him. It would be Tommy Taylor who would slide into the ring, classic heel. Paul Malin sliding in after him, and Tommy Taylor getting the jump on Paul Malin here, stomping on him, and getting the advantage. And after some fighting in the ring and a lot of bants out of the ring, a lot of fighting outside the ring, it would be Tommy Taylor who would try a chop in the corner on the post. It would be Malin that would duck. Tommy Taylor would hit his hand on the post, and that would then be the focus of Paul Malin. Tommy Taylor does try then to go underneath the ring. Of course, Paul Malin knows that Tommy Taylor is good at doing this. He's done it in most of his matches that we've seen him in Aspire Wrestling Alliance. He waits for him on the other side of the ring, takes his time to get to the other side of the ring. Paul Malin's waiting for him, cuts him off, chucks him back in the ring, and we get the match continuing. So again, really good match this time. Two guys that have tremendous chemistry, and much like the Rock Bam Bam Barton match, this match I could have seen and watched all day. It was really good, and I appreciate good wrestling in my wrestling shows. Excellent wrestling. And to say Aspire Wrestling Alliance is a wrestling school that just puts on shows, you can see the development of these guys and girls as we go along in this timeline that we are on. It's just fantastic to see. But yeah, Paul Malin would pick up the victory with a Hangman's Facebuster on Tommy Taylor. Paul Malin defeating the Treacherous One and truly sending him home for good. So yeah, Paul Malin would stick around for photos as well. They were free and always are in Aspire Wrestling Alliance. If you want a photo in ring with one of the competitors, it's absolutely free in Aspire Wrestling Alliance. So that's always a good thing to happen if you've got kids that are into wrestling. Take them to a show. Wrestling is not just a TV show. You can go and see it live just round the corner from you in most places for probably £5 each, and that is phenomenal to me. That makes me very happy. That makes me very happy as a wrestling fan. Anyway, we go on to the second half. We get Kendo Nakasaki coming out, saying about his new book. It's $9.99 paperback, $19.99 for hardback. I will be picking one of those up at Sock Spandex on the 27th. I will have been paid by then, so that will make me very happy to read that book. It sounds really good. So yeah, another tag team match player. Teddy Long is loving this. He's loving his weekend. He loves his tag team match. Teenage Trailblazers versus my boy Jack Sparta and the Right Honourable Jacob Paige, who comes out with a sign saying Teenage Failblazers. Very entertaining there. Of course, Teenage Trailblazers are also friends of the show. And we love the Teenage Trailblazers as well. But Jack Sparta, I appreciate your skills on the mic, my friend. You are a very good beatboxer, and I wish everyone would just be quiet when you're making your entrance, because I appreciate some good beatboxing, and you are fantastic. Just tell them to be quiet next time. I will help you do that, even if I'm the only one in the crowd telling them to be quiet. I just want to hear that beatboxing. Anyway, after Xander Palmer and Jamie Flash steal Jacob Page's sign, they rip it up, distribute it to the crowd, and the fans are happy there. And it would be Jacob Page and Jack Sparta who will pick up the win. Jack Sparta pinning Jimmy Flash, I believe, with the reverse Death Valley driver for the win. So yeah, another really good match to start the second half of the show. Obviously it was quite a short match because we have the main event coming up, which is going to be a gauntlet match, and we've got like 10 guys going at it throughout a span of about half an hour. So yeah, even though it was short, it was really good, really entertaining match, back and forth. Obviously there's a dynamic there between Jack Sparta and Jacob Page. Jacob Page obviously being the big guy, the one with the power, just takes everybody out, and obviously the Teenage Trailblazers are real high flyers stand out here. Xander Palmer, noticed that you're definitely coming on in your skills, which is really good, and definitely one to watch in Aspire Wrestling is Xander Palmer. Not taking anything away from Jamie Flash as a tag team, they are fantastic as well, but it would be the team of Jack Sparta and Jacob Paige who would pick up the victory in this one. And we move swiftly on to the main event, which is the Establishment Rules Gauntlet match. And so you're going to have to keep up with me on this one because my notes were as it was happening. So it's Team Ronin versus Team Malin. One from each team start in the ring. Two competitors start in the ring. For Team Ronin, it would be Bully Boy Carter, one half of your Aspire Tag Team Champions in United in Violence. And for Team Malin, it would be Lightning Lewis Wilson. He gets eliminated first via a Texas Cloverleaf. He submits to Bully Boy Carter. We get a replacement then. It would be Michael Rothrock, who would then go on to pin Bully Boy Carter with a crucifix pin. It would be the Juggernaut, John Allen, who will replace his tag team partner in United in Violence, who would pick up the victory over Michael Rothrock with a wicked looking sidewalk slam. The Juggernaut would be eliminated next via a step up enziguri from Ritmo, the Pirate Prince of wrestling, and it would be Anonymous next, who would eliminate Ritmo with a where's go? Oh no, it was Ritmo that got beaten by the step up in Seguri. It was the Juggernaut that got beaten by the Swanton from Ritmo. There we go. Right, I'm on it. Okay, so he got eliminated next. Anonymous, he was the one who eliminated Ritmo. We next get Jordan Lee. He eliminates Anonymous. He eliminates Jordan Lee very quickly via a sit-out pin, and he gets then eliminated via DQ for a chair shot on Joseph Cardinal. And then we get Sweet Steve, who gets eliminated next by Joseph Cardinal with a spinning DDT, and it would be Incento, a new masked wrestler that no one knows who it is, would eliminate Joseph Cardinal last with some kind of move. I think it was a jumping splash actually off the top rope, which is when everybody sort of realised that it was who it was when he got unmasked. And it turned out to be the Aspire Wrestling Alliance champion Ronin under that golden mask. I knew it was someone with long hair. Could have been Tommy Taylor. It could have easily been Rowan as well. But as the match went on, you could tell that his moveset was very similar to Ronan, and he was unmasked, and it was found out that it was Ronan under that mask. I don't know where this is going to go now in terms of storyline. Obviously, Ronan wasn't supposed to be in that match. Neither was Malin. Malin wasn't. Ronan was. Yeah, leaves it on a bit of a cliffhanger. I'm waiting to know what's going to happen next in this team warfare. Obviously, we know that Paul Malin has won a title shot against Ronan. He's not cashed that in yet. We've gone into the team warfare thing. And yeah, really great show right throughout the whole thing. And that reveal at the end of Ronan being the one under the golden mask was... Si senor, brilliant. So yeah, I was hooked. Really good show, and I would go as far as to say this would be at least a 4.5 stars out of 5. Fantastic show throughout, 2 fantastic standout matches, and the MVPs of this show in Allenton were definitely Rourke and Bam Bam Barton for Cheap Shot Entertainment's MVP award for Aspire Wrestling Alliance in this one. So yeah, really good show. Really good show. And that is everything for the Aspire Wrestling Alliance show in Allenton on the 14th of July 2019. Really good show from start to finish. 4.5 stars from Cheap Shot Entertainment here. Xena, Martin, TJ, you missed an absolute belter here, but I will see you next week in Kirkhallam, which is the next Aspire Wrestling show. It's on a Saturday on the 20th of July 2019, and the show starts at 5:30, I believe, for this one. There may be doors at 5:30, show start at 6, but check on their Facebook page, Aspire Wrestling Alliance, for updates on that. In the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget the blog. It's cheapshotentertainment.blogspot.co.uk, a list of everywhere where we're going and prices and dates on there for you to check out as well. Let us know where you're going in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out the t-shirt shop, which is close to order stores.closetorder.com/cheap-shot-nation. Pick up your merch and help out the channel. So yeah, we hope you've enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed going to that show. Really good show, one of the best shows that I've seen this year. Can't say that enough. Really, really good. And like I say, we hope you've enjoyed the video. We hope you click that subscribe button because you do enjoy the video, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. And we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching Cheap Shot Nation. I've been your host Luke, and you are the Cheap Shot Nation, and I will see you again very soon.